welcome back, my dear friends. Welcome back to Grim Dawn. We are still in the desert. Somewhere here, we came to the oasis. We are supposed to go to the vanguard of the tree and find out whatever's going on here in the remnants of Coven City. Yeah, I have no idea. It is a big area. It is like an unknown field we're traveling on. We are part of a cult. We're trying to do our best as cultists. Not that sure if we are actually good at being a cultist, but let's try to make the best out of it, I guess. So, back to the oasis we travel. Yeah, heading out here. I don't exactly know where we are supposed to go, so I just go on, I guess. Yeah, of course. This bridge is of course not available. We killed already some stuff here. I just noticed that there is just no way that we're going to finish the record in this, this game in this record. Because it's still so long and the day is not that long anymore. Not long enough for this at least. There's just no chance that I'm able to finish anything here today. I guess it will be at least one more day of record for this game. Another secret area? So whatever you're doing, it will still take time until we finally finish this game at some point. I have no idea if we ever finish it. I start doubting that we can ever finish this game. It just takes forever and it goes on and on and on, and no matter what I'm doing it just goes on. Like, I don't even know anymore how much hours we played already. It's nice. It's not that it's bad. It's just like taking forever. And I didn't expect it. I really want to start a new project, but I don't have time for it because I'm still playing Elden Ring on the other slot. So, and I don't have time to do more than 2 different games in all the time.
That skill's not ready.
And releasing more than 1 video a day is just not in my time schedule, so I'm kind of stuck with this until I finished it. And you know this feeling when you're going close to the end of a game that you already saw it ended like 3 times. I know that especially JRPGs do that a lot, and I don't much like JRPGs. But it's like always the same, you're expecting the game to be finished, but it goes on and on and on, and it never really actually stops, seemingly. And you just at the point where you say to yourself like, okay, that's enough. I had enough fake endings. Can we get to the real ending now, maybe finally? Because you just want it to be over at some point. Not to be over because you still enjoy the game, of course, but to just come to a conclusion so that you finally know what happened. Ah, that's the tome of Anatom that we were supposed to find for this guy. So his apprentice didn't make off with it, but he didn't survive. That's also good for him, I guess. He doesn't care anyway for his apprentice. So, no matter.
That skill's not ready.
No difference for him, I suppose.
That skill's not ready.
don't even have the slightest idea anymore where we are going. What is this place? A ruin. An entrance. Another ruin! Another day, another ruin. Sanctuary of Horn. Sounds fun, I suppose? I don't know. I don't know what this place is. It's more and more and deeper, and I don't even know what I'm supposed to find or do or whatever. I'm like just confused most of the time now. Ow, that wasn't nice.
That skill's not ready.
It's nice that we get reputation and all the time. Even though I don't really know what to do with this. What is this place again? Why is there so many rooms? And I never have any idea what they are for. Is it just to pass more time? How much more time can I pass on this game? I have no freaking idea. I mean, on the other side it's good because I don't have to think of what to do next, even though I know it already. But, yeah. I'm just afraid of whatever will be the next big boss thingy. It won't be the last big boss thingy, so that's actually a bit scary to think of. Seems to be an old god again or something. And they're always kinda worrisome, you could say. I mean, they're big and not much fun and supposed to kill you. For some reason.
Can't do that yet.
I wonder though, there isn't any conclusion for the story of the necromancers, like this guy that they are looking for, their master. There is no conclusion to what happened to Ulgrim. Because the storyline just ends at some point, I guess. I don't know if it continues, if I would actually find enough reputation with them, if there would be like a conclusion to the storyline. I have no idea. Maybe if you know that, you could tell me in the comments if I would go into reputation with them, like with the necromancers or with like Devil's Crossing or whatever. If the story at some point would continue, like if I would ever find out what happened to Ulgrim, because this guy said, this Inquisitor said that he's not merely human or something, that it's like something else with him. And it was the story about this guy that the necromancers are looking for, like the necromancer master guy, that just disappeared at some point, and we found a journal entry of him. But never anything else after, so I really wonder what happened to him. But seemingly we won't conclude the story, and that's kind of sad that we have stories that we can't find any conclusions to, actually. So I really wonder if there would be a conclusion to it, if maybe we would have like enough. Pink scare jacket, vitality, bleeding. not for us, I suppose. There would ever be like a continue to the story, because I don't intend on grinding reputation for any faction. So after we finish the story, I am kind of at the end of the let's play. So if you know about anything, like how to get, if there's a chance to get like a more story for getting reputation, I would be really glad if you tell me, because then it would actually make sense to off-screen farm a bit of reputation to continue and find out what's going on with these characters that we don't know anything about them.
That skill's not ready.
I mean, it was built up so much and then you can't like get it to an end. This is kinda sad.
That skill's not ready.
Never underused super, okay. No. You're not coming close to me. I don't want to be friends with you. I really don't want to be friends with you. Trial of Horn, okay. Another Trials of Horn. No. All who drink of the waters and bathe in their cleansing currents shall give thanks to Horn and be indebted. For it is the blood of his love that gives like liquid life to the valley of the eldritch sun. Before the walls of the temple gleamed in the light of Ran, before the first of the Corvan people arrived to build the foundations of their fate, there was only Horan. Scorned and persecuted by his people for the death of his fate and the god of gods, Horan fled to the burning desert to seek a life of devotion and solitude. For a time the desert provided for him, and it had not provided for any creature before him. There, Horan lived happily and spent his waking hours meditating upon his fate. In time, as do all virile creatures, Horan grew lonely, and so he prayed to our eldritch patron, pledging all he possessed for the pleasure of companionship. As the glow of Atep graced the burning sands, he fell ill, and, though a cool night drew upon him, the heat of the day still burned in his skin. His god bade him sleep, and as he slept, a feverish vision overtook him. At daybreak, Horan awakened from his dream and set up on his quest, while his sole possession, Ainet, the goat which had given the best of his years to run thick with milk for him and whose offspring he had gorged himself upon, he marched deeper into the desert. The burning light of Ran weighed heavily on him that morning, and for 7 days hence he marched without food or rest. On the 5th day, Ainet, like many creatures before it, succumbed to the heat and could go no further. With waning strength, Horan carried the beast and cared for it until his body would serve him no more. There, at the end of his journey, Horan collapsed and prayed to the eldritch sun for mercy. His god commanded he lay dead Ainet to slit the beast's neck and drain its blood upon the sands, and Horan did as his master asked. As the crimson waters of Ainet's life ran out upon the sand, it hissed and burned in the midday sun. From the pool of burning life there rose a woman. Ayana, she was called, and she poured upon Horan the love for which he had so yearned. Together, Ayana and Horan knew only ecstasy, and for the time they were happy. But their love bore no fruit, and so they once again prayed to their god to sate their desires. Thusly, Jalia was born, a child of such immense beauty that Ran and Atep both became jealous of how the light of the sun and of the moon danced and sparkled in her eyes. Ayana and Horan were happy once more. There was a gift that was given and a price that was yet to be paid, and so the desert turned against them. Struggle and strife beset Ayana and Horan. Food aged and rotted at their touch. Water turned to sand as they drank, and young Yalia fell ill of hunger. With nowhere to turn, Horan begged his god for mercy, and the eldritch sun answered. But to save the life of Yalia, there was a price that needed to be paid. Hoenn once again did as his master bade him and gathered up the blade which had slain Einet. Then, as he stood there hovering over the bed of Ayana, the jagged and terrible blade raised high above him, Hoenn's fate faltered. He could not take the life of his love, not even to save Yalia. Hoenn turned the blade upon himself and drew its claw-like edge across his throat, but it made no mark. Then Ayana called out and clutched desperately at her neck, the red life sleeping out between her fingers. Hoenn ran to his side, but it was too late. The warm blood flowed from her body and pooled in the sand beneath his feet. From the pool of Ayana's life there burst a ceaseless spring of cleansing water. The Eldritch Sun had once again answered his prayers, but Hoenn's life was not his own to take. Hoenn bathed Yalia in the water of the spring, and she was healed. But the lovely child would never forgive him for the death of her mother. As the cost for his greed, Hoenn was cursed with ceaseless life such as the might remembered the death of his beloved Ayana for all eternity, and so that one day he might hold Yalia in his arms as she too drew her final breath. Such is the price of godhood. That is a sad tale. Very sad tale indeed. Price of godhood. So he became a god himself. But he had to pay this price. But to see the life of your lover going out like this is horrible. No one should suffer that.
That skill's not ready.
But they were greedy. I mean, he was happy and taken care of, but he wasn't, like, it wasn't enough for him. He wanted more, so he asked more. And then he got more, but he still wasn't happy, so he asked for more. And he should have known kind of the consequences, because he had to take the life of his goat to get the woman. And yeah, wouldn't have been surprised that he had to take another life for his wishes to be granted.
That skill's not ready.
Okay. That's not the oasis anymore, is it? Wow. It doesn't look like an oasis anymore to me. Looks like we're going back into the desert at this point.
That skill's not ready. Can't do that yet.
I don't like the scorpion guys, they're pretty annoying. With all their venom and stuff. Is there anything else? Nope.
Can't do that yet.
Just desert, but there's another portal. This is now the sun-based thingy with gate. Finally, so we're at the end of the Sunbane Oasis, and I guess going to this part. And we can finally go to the vanguard of the tree that I was already thinking last time, but it wasn't the right place. So I got confused. Legos. Yeah, this is the end of the oasis. So now we're going again onto dangerous domains, I guess? This is kinda the end of it. Yeah. So travels take us. There's more cultists. So travels take us into the desert, but as I see the time, I would say this is it for this episode. We learned about the price of godhood and greed. We went into some deep ruins. We did some stuff. We killed a lot of undead this time. And yeah, I'm very grateful for you coming and watching this video. I would be very grateful for a like, a comment, and especially a subscription to the channel. You would also profit from it because you don't miss out on the next episode where we went deeper into this desert and see what's going to happen in there, out there, I don't know. And I hope you do stay healthy and take care of yourselves, of course, my friendly lizard people. I hope you do come back for the next episode. I always forget to tell you that you can also head on to my social media. Sometimes I haven't post there, but I'm really bad with the social things. That's also, I guess, why it's so hard to grow the channel for me, because I'm really bad at socializing at all. Like, I love gaming, I love talking while I do gaming, I love everything about gaming. Like, I love the community, I love everything about it, but I'm really hard on the social part, so of course it will take me time and forever to grow the channel. But nonetheless, I mean, I do this for fun and for like enjoyment, so head over to the social media was what I wanted to say. If you like to get more information from me, get more stuff, sometimes stupid and silly postings from me, so if you want to, feel free. The links are in the description, of course. This is it for this record day for me. It wasn't that long as I intended, but as it sometimes is. I mean, I don't want to bore you with me being bored, so I rather end the record and see you again in the next episode. Until then, take care of yourselves as always, and we see each other. Bye, have a great time.